Hey guys, are you there? Oh, Sue, your hair, you look so beautiful today.
Why, thank you.
We are having some technical difficulties. So I have you all unmuted right now because I wanted to let you know that we were having some technical difficulties. Of course, you wouldn't believe it if I told you, but I'm going to tell you anyway. There were ants coming out of my computer. Ants!
Have you been eating on your computer?
No! But I'm like, ants?
Really?
It's 2020, I guess. Ants can come out of my computer.
One of the plagues.
It's July 1st, so this is the new thing. Watch your computers for ants.
Okay. Thanks for warning.
Yeah, ant invasion. All right, so this is Rochelle. Say hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Rochelle owns Queen's Yarn Boutique. I normally feature people that we have their products or something, so the people behind the products, but in Rochelle's case, I didn't. We don't have her products, not yet. I stumbled upon this website called, she's gonna do this, BIPOC, BIPOC in fiber, which is, say what it means. People of color, Black, Indigenous people of color.
People of color, yeah. You got it.
Off a Ravelry. Because of the mood of the current times, I wanted to make sure that since we had this platform and it's been so successful, that we took the time to highlight someone whose skin is just a dimmer color than ours. She loves the same thing we do. She got a stash, I bet you, this high, just like the rest of us. So, but to do my part to recognize people that might not otherwise be recognized. So that's as serious as I want to be today. Anyway, so we'll get started with Rochelle. Rochelle, what is the city in North Carolina again? North Carolina, South Carolina?
North Carolina.
I was just in North Carolina over the weekend.
Oh, nice. I live in Elm City, very small town.
I've never heard of it. Must be.
Yeah.
What town is it close to?
The biggest town would be Raleigh, probably about
Okay.
40 minutes from Raleigh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was in Maggie Valley over the weekend. Beautiful, beautiful, perfect weather. Perfect weather for a pandemic and ants coming out of your computer. Anyway. It's going to be that kind of day. So let's start with the first question, which is, of course, just to get to know you. So how long have you been into knitting or crochet or spinning or weaving, whatever you do? And when did you get started? For instance, I was 8 years old when my grandmother taught me.
Yeah, I first started sewing. My stepmother taught me how to sew when I was very, very young, probably before 10 years old. So I started with sewing, and then she taught me how to crochet when I was a teenager. And knitting, I'm self-taught. I learned through YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I always tell people YouTube is your best friend.
It is. Everything is on YouTube. And then I started dyeing yarn in 2017, mid 2017. Yeah, and then I opened up the Etsy store in 2017, and then I got my own website in early part of 2018, I'd say.
Okay. How did you come about your name? There has to be something behind that.
Yes, my grandmother's name is Queen. A lot of people think I'm Queen, but no. my grandmother's name is Queen, and I named it after her. She was my best friend, and yep, I named it after her. So that's where it comes from.
Yeah, I tell my grandmother, she's still alive, she's 98 and a half, that I have all of this. It's all her fault. Anyway, so I read on your page that you started dyeing yarn because you couldn't find the colorways that you wanted. Is that correct? Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I like bright, bold colors. And before dyeing yarn, I used to actually sell a commercial, like the big box brand yarns, but I got a taste of superwash wool and never looked back. So, but I have all these colors in my head that I like, and I just was not finding them. And I didn't have a lot of resources to hand dye yarn. I had only ever been to maybe one or two yarn shops, so I didn't really know what was out there. So I
Hmm.
just learned how to dye yarn myself on YouTube and started coming up with my own colorways.
It makes you feel better. I'd only ever been into one or two, actually three total yarn stores before I opened one.
Mhm.
Okay, well, what is your favorite color?
Purple.
Purple. Okay, well that would make sense. That's on your label. Um, and what are you working on right now? What's your current work in progress?
Work in progress. I'm working on a crochet sweater and I am knitting a hat. That's what I'm
Cool.
working on. I go back and forth knitting and crocheting.
Obviously, your fiber, the festivals have been closed, right?
Yes.
Um, what would be the closest one to us that maybe we could have gone to see you?
Well,
We're
all of
in
my,
East Tennessee, Smokies.
I'm sorry, you're where?
East Tennessee,
Oh,
near the
Tennessee.
Smokies.
All of my festivals are either in Virginia or North Carolina. Um, I don't really know which one would be the closest, but they're usually between Virginia and North Carolina.
Mhm.
Yeah, I have one in Raleigh, and then there's a few places in Virginia. I do Shenandoah and Peace Hill Fiber Fest, and I do Powhatan Fiber Fest. I was supposed to do Carolina Fiber Fest this year, but of course, that was closed. And yeah, those are the ones that I typically do.
And not to be a super big bummer, but how has that affected you, as far as your business goes? I could talk for the entire hour how it's affected us, but how has it affected you?
It was a big hit because, Fiberfest is where you're really going to make the most of your income, at
Mhm.
least for me. And it was tough because with the Carolina Fiber Festival, it actually hadn't been canceled yet. I found out that it was canceled like on the way to the show because our governor, because I live about an hour away from Raleigh, and I think he like made the restrictions around 4 or 5, and I was already on the interstate. And so by the time I got there, he had made the call, and my husband and I, we had the entire truck packed full of yarn, and we had to turn around. And of course, I'm blessed because there were other yarn dyers who had went out further, and so yeah, it was a big hit because that is where a lot of the income comes from.
And how have you adapted, do you think? I mean, I know with us, we always wanted a website, but we never had time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're fully online, so that, we've tried our best to take all of this and fold it into something positive. Um, what do you think that you've learned or a skill with your business that you may not have gone into had it not been for this?
Well, I think it's important to have different streams of income in terms of where you're selling your yarn, and that's really, really been helpful for me. I do have my own website, but I have Etsy as well. So I think that's the biggest thing, and also pushing more on Instagram and social media has helped. I've been doing those things anyway, but since the fiber festivals have been canceled, I've really, been doing it
Got to,
more.
yeah, you got to jack it up, right?
Mhm.
So she also sews. So that was the first thing you learned, right?
Yes.
And for obviously we're going to be wearing masks for probably forever. But she has got some tray chic masks on her website, y'all. You need to go look. Do you have one available you can show them? There's one that's leopard print or a cheetah print.
Give me a second.
queensyarnboutique.com. You know, it's hard to find a fashionable face mask, but she's got some.
Let's see. Can you see this?
Look at it.
I love polka dots, as you can tell, and I make them reversible so you don't forget which side you wore the day before.
There you go. It's usually the side that has the lipstick on it that I wore the day before.
And then I have the cheetah.
That's the one. Look at that.
And then reversible.
Yes.
Fabric. And then I have this yellow one.
Yep.
Let's see. I showed that one.
So there's one thing you had to learn how to do real fast, right? Make
Oh,
faces.
yeah. Oh, yes. Another YouTube video.
Yeah.
And yeah, I have this one.
Oh, yes, I love. I just bought some predator print pants. I need that face mask to go. So yeah, I mean that's one thing that you had to learn, right? Is
Right.
Zoom meetings and learning how to do masks and learning how to not go crazy. But
Sure.
so let's go to something else. What are you going to do? Well, do you guys have have you had all your restrictions lifted?
Well, we're in phase 2, so yeah, as long as we wear a face mask, they are required. But for the most part, it's pretty much gone back to normal.
Okay. Well, what would you be doing if you weren't doing this?
If I wasn't dyeing yarn, oh, what would I be doing? I don't know. I can't see myself not doing something with yarn. I mean, I do have a part-time job. I work in IT, so I do that.
Bless you.
Yeah, but yeah. So between IT work and yarn, I think I would still figure out some way to have yarn in my life.
Well, that leads to
Because
my
I've
next.
sold project bags. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, because I sell, well, I make project bags as well. So between sewing and something with yarn, I'd keep busy with that.
Yeah, we need to see those, I'm afraid, if you have one hand.
Ooh.
Because we're quite the connoisseur of project bags.
Okay, well, I only have one at the moment. Fabric is a little scarce at the moment, but let's see.
Isn't she cute? She's just cute.
Right. So they're usually about this size.
Oh, that's a good size. Almost like you could put a sweater in there.
Yeah. And then they're lined, of course, with interfacing.
Is there a pocket on the inside?
No pocket. No pocket. And then it has the handle.
Yeah, for your on the wrist. Okay, cool. You do like polka dots.
I make them big enough for a sweater.
So if you had to choose one yarn to use for the rest of your life that's not yours, what would it be?
Ooh, let's see. Who do I use? Malabrigo's yarn is super squishy. Let's see. I don't use a whole lot.
My choice is Malabrigo Rios if I had just one yarn.
Yeah, that yarn is so squishy. I love it.
And all the colors are beautiful. Oh, look. Martha's using it right now. Do you collect anything besides yarn? Oh, and then Sue's wearing something out of Malabrigo.
Well, let's see. I'm really into like sci-fi, really nerdy Star Trek, Doctor Who. So any of those things I collect.
Now, you guys also know that one of the reasons why I kind of wanted Rochelle is because I read her bio and some other things that she has written. She's also a gardener. And you know I love a garden. And so I'm going to bypass some of these other questions to go to what kind of garden do you have? Are you growing a vegetable garden this year? I mean, I know we were closed down in the perfect time to do a vegetable garden, so my garden is a little out of hand. I love it. So tell me about your garden.
Yes, I have a greenhouse. Yes, I love flowers, so I have a flower garden as well. I have two flower gardens, but in my greenhouse, I have about six different varieties of peppers, and I have sweet potatoes that are taking over. So yes, it's full. I have outgrown my greenhouse. I have strawberries. We'll see how those go.
I just picked a bucket full of cucumbers yesterday and squash, and I have a pumpkin about this big. It makes me so happy to go look at it, just kind of pet it. And it's every whatever you can do to get through it. Sue, I know on here is also a gardener. By the way, thank you for my bag of squash. It's that time of year, if you leave your car door unlocked, somebody's going to throw squash in it. So she did. Anyway, but yeah, I love gardening. I just recently got into collecting roses. Is there any kind of new plants maybe you got into this year?
Yes, I used to had four knockout roses, and in the front yard, I have a problem with, I don't know if you call them moles or voles, but somehow they have gone
Varmints.
through
They're both our
and
varmints.
they're horrible. And yeah, they have uprooted my roses over the years, and so I finally just had to cut them down. But I have two elephant ears and about eight hosta plants in different varieties. Mhm.
So another reason why is I bought some yarn for her just so because I liked it, and B, on good faith that I wasn't some weirdo that wanted to interview her. And I might still be a weirdo, I don't know.
You are a weirdo. That's why we love you.
It's because it's called spinach casserole. Look, isn't that fun? I love it. And it's so squishy. It's called Delirious DK, 100% superwash, 231 yards, 4-ply. So I guess I can just go into that. Tell me about the bases that you have.
Well, I am a huge Prince fan, and all of my bases are named after Prince songs.
Oh,
So you
there
have
you go.
Delirious DK, Pop Life Fingering, Adore Worsted, 1999 Bulky, and I also have some other bases that I'm not carrying at the moment. Kiss Sock is coming back. That actually is in the shop now. MPG, New Power Generation, Fort Wait. So yeah, they all have Prince names. That's where the base names come from.
Cool. So what is your favorite colorway, or do you have one that is, I would say for Malabrigo, Arco Iris is their most well-known colorway. What would you say yours is?
I would say Crazy Peacock only because it is probably one of the first that I ever dyed, and people love it. But yeah, that's probably one of my oldest colorways, and I keep bringing it back, and it's fun to dye. Yeah.
So where's your dye studio?
My kitchen.
Hello. Patricia, I don't know Patricia. Do you know Patricia?
Yes. My
Hi, Patricia.
stepmom. She's the one that taught me how to sew and crochet.
Is this your mother?
Yes.
Hi, Mom.
I didn't know she was joining.
Well, I didn't see her for a while, so I didn't know who is that. We can let her talk, embarrass you.
Why not?
It's the first time I've had Mama on one of these. This is fun. Hi, Mama.
Hello.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's great. You love all the same things I love, and if you love to cook too, we could be best friends. And read, we could be best. So since you said Prince, one of the questions on my list is, and a lot of these questions I've asked everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So this one is if a song played every time you entered a room, what would it be?
Ooh, depending on the mood, probably 1999. Yeah, or something from, yeah, probably 1999. That one gets me going. Oh, and Pop Life. Anything Prince, anything from the 80s and 90s. I was definitely born in the wrong decade. So
Were you born in the 80s?
I was born in 87. 1987, but I probably should have been born earlier.
Yeah, okay. Well, I just think that's so amazing when you get younger people in this that want to really have a go at doing this. It's fantastic
Mhm.
because, a lot of times when we're in the shop, all we kind of see are this average same age group. So it's super awesome to see younger folks get in. I say younger folks. I'm just 10 years older than you. I'm still young.
That's young.
And yeah, that's great. It's great. Okay. I think, do you have any phobias? Some people
Phobias.
have weird phobias.
Um, I don't really have any phobias. I mean, snakes are my best friend, that's for sure.
Very nice.
Um, I used to work in agriculture. I worked in agriculture for about 5 or 6 years, so I got very used to being around snakes. But I have been out of that career for a while now, and so I find that I'm not as comfortable around them anymore. So yeah, it would yeah. I'm not scared of them, but I'd rather not be around them.
I don't think anybody wants to. Yeah. So another one is, did you tackle any project during the quarantine? Like I cleaned out my closet. I built a big garden. I tried to keep
Oh
the
yeah.
yarn store. What did you do?
Well, I totally redid my dye studio slash office. That's for sure. I have a video of it on my YouTube channel, but I've had to come work from home now because I used to work in an office with my IT job, but now I work from home. So now my office is like slash day work slash evening work. so so I completely redid this room
Cool.
and I
Do you
cleaned a
play guitar?
lot.
I see a
I'm sorry.
guitar. Do you play guitar too?
Oh, what's that?
Do you play guitar too? I see a guitar behind
Oh,
you.
yes. Well, it goes back to my Prince obsession. When I was in
Purple rain.
college,
Purple Rain.
yes. When I was in college, I had these grand ideas that I was going to play the guitar like him. That never happened. So I can't play. I learned enough to get an A in college, and that was about it. But I was going to keep my guitar.
Cool. Purple. I'm going to be singing that all day long now.
Oh, yeah.
Poor old Prince. Um, okay. Do you have any pets or a spirit animal?
Yes, I have my 2-year-old Doberman Pit Bull Terrier. Her name is Peanut.
A pit bull terrier. That'll be an interesting dog to see.
Yes, you know what? She only looks tough. She is a softie. She is like the worst guard dog ever.
Of course, I gotta ask Mama, what are you knitting or crocheting? What you got there? She knows. There she is.
I'm trying to create me a dress.
A dress. Okay, good. Are you using her yarn?
No, I'm
That would be
sorry,
a perk.
baby.
I would think that would be a perk of having a daughter that dyes yarn. You get all. Anyway,
I'm using mandolin.
it's okay. What's one thing you hate that most people love? I say that because I have to think this could go a few ways. Like, I don't like avocados. Most
Mm.
people. I don't really like going to the movies either. Most people do.
Mhm.
So that's kind of how this is going to go.
Well, I'm probably gonna get denounced from the family for this one, but I don't play spades. And everybody plays spades. I don't play spades. I will watch, but
You have to
I
have
have
a bad
no
partner
idea.
anyway. You can play spades and have a bad partner, and it's no fun. So there's more than one element to spades.
Yeah, I would probably get yelled at. It's such an intense game. that, you know, I really just watch. I don't want to get my partner in trouble.
That's funny. She's laughing at you. She'll have a talk with you later.
I'll hear it. I'll hear it from everybody.
Okay, so the last silly one is, what's your favorite breakfast cereal?
Oh, Captain Crunch.
There you go. That's the first one of all these people that have not said, I do not eat cereal.
Oh, I love cereal.
Captain Crunch. Mine, if calories were no issue, mine is Lucky Charms. Only because my
The
mother never
marshmallows.
sugar cereal.
Candy for breakfast.
Huh?
Candy for breakfast.
That's what that is. That's right.
She never allowed us sugar cereal, so when I went to college, they had Lucky Charms, and by golly, freshman 15, 14 of it was Lucky Charms. So, wait.
I
So you
understand.
guys, I mean, that's about all I have here. I just wanted to take the time to uplift somebody else, you know, and this is not going to benefit me at all, except I think I might start a place that does that, that you can buy yarn. Bless you, Mama.
Thank you.
So I'm going to uplift Rochelle to you that there are people out there, and we're going to be all inclusive, that make beautiful yarn. This skein actually is a gift for my friend Dawn, whose birthday was Saturday. I had it and she liked it, so I'm going to give it to her. So Sue, Cindy, Martha Lee, fire away. And Mama too.
We'll be going on that website looking for pretty masks and project bags too.
Yes. And I want to see some purple yarn.
Purple yarn.
Yes. Love
Okay. Do you have one that's actually called Purple Rain?
I don't. I did.
What? Come on. Now that's low hanging fruit right there.
Right.
Purple
Well,
Rain.
I have one that's called Purple Raindrops.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I dyed some. Let's see. I dyed some. I haven't listed. This is like fresh.
Oh, we're getting
That's
That
beautiful.
is beautiful.
Yeah, so I haven't even labeled it or anything. I'll put it on the website after I'm done today. But I have this, and I have a lot of purple.
I'm so glad, because it's not very often you hear somebody when you say, what's my favorite color? They say purple. I mean, normally it's, you know, red, blue, blah, blah. So, you know, mine's green, which is why.
Spinach casserole.
Yes.
I wouldn't mind some spinach casserole right now. That'd be really good.
Mhm.
Now, who makes the spinach casserole, or you just thought that's what that looked like?
Most of my yarn colorways with names were named after my husband. He loves to eat. He loves to cook. And when he saw that yarn, he said it looked like spinach casserole, and we went with it.
Is it good, Mama? Is it a good casserole? I feel like you need to have on the back of this too.
I know.
Tell him I said that.
I will.
What about you, Martha Lee? You have any questions?
Not really. Now that I know the website, I'm going to go on the website and see all the stuff she's got. And tell me again how you found her.
Okay, I wrote it down so you can probably see it better.
It's probably going to be backwards when she knows.
I like your shirt, Cristi. That's so cute.
One day on my daily travels through Ravelry, I actually read the front page story, which I don't normally do. I just normally go to the projects and get what I need and go off. But it was right around the time that, you know, the riots were going on and all that stuff. And so I took the time to read it. And they had this website. Sorry, it's on a post-it. It's BIPOC in Fiber. BIPOCIN Fiber. An absolutely gorgeous website, by the way. Whoever did the website design did a fantastic job. And so it's highlighting people of color, persons of color, everybody from, I mean, they have it broken down. It's very nice. They have it broken down from designers to indie dyer. I wanted an indie dyer. Designers to indie dyers to everybody. And you can, they have that's where I read about her gardening thing, a fantastic bio on all these people. So it was just a great tool, and I just decided I was going to pick somebody off there and see if they thought that it wasn't too crazy of an idea to get on a Zoom meeting with somebody they didn't know what it's going to be.
Just online. I died of my kitchen, and I just sell online.
I guess I would ask one last serious question, because I think we should know. Have you ever felt discounted or not included before?
Personally, no. I've only been dyeing yarn for I don't know, since 2017. I mean, it's been a positive spirit for the most part. I think the biggest thing is, you know, sometimes people are like, oh, that's your yarn, you know. I think that's probably the only thing I've experienced at fiber festivals. Like, I haven't experienced like right out,
Awful.
you know,
That's just awful.
racism.
The
Terrible.
people are
But-
just downright tacky. You know?
Yeah, you know, and that's probably the most thing that I've ever experienced was I'll be at a fiber fest and someone will walk in and they'll say, "You dyed this? Is this your yarn?" And I guess my question is, why would I be selling somebody else's yarn?
I hope that's what you're saying.
So I can't say that it was outright racism or anything, but you know, just little comments like that sometimes, you know, why not take me seriously? I haven't heard you ask anybody else that question. Why would you question whether I dyed this or not?
I would say it is outright racism.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Name it. That's what it is.
And so, you know, I'm one of those people that I try not to play the race card. I'm always one of those, well, maybe it was this, maybe it was that, but that's a bad habit. I mean, it is what it is. So,
So, but you would think in this business, you know, we all seem to be the creative types, the free thinkers. The largest percent of us are just kind of weird. I am, right? I mean, you got your nerds, your ones with the tattoos on, and you know, the people that are just a little wee bit different, right? Because it takes a different person to want to be able to read patterns for first self. It's our own language. So it was such a shock to me when the whole, prior to the riots last year, that whole mess, you know, was even an issue with us. So I'm sorry if anything ever happened to you.
well, thank you.
Some people are just stupid.
Yeah, and I'd like to say it was more marches than riots. There was some rioting, yes, but there were a lot.
No. I'm talking about the whole Instagram thing.
Oh, I gotcha.
That happened with the lady that wrote the blog post about going to India. You remember that? And it sparked a whole discussion about inclusivity with people of color in the fiber industry.
I didn't see that.
I didn't see that either.
It was huge.
Are you on Instagram, Rochelle?
Yes, ma'am. I am on Instagram under this name.
Friend her.
I will.
Yeah, I try not to get in the Instagram drama. I'm one of those people that, you know, I just don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah, me neither.
And I don't follow it. And a lot of times I may hear it through somebody else. Oh, you see this going on? But I'm not one that follows it. I just try to keep it positive and keep it moving.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Because I didn't either. I didn't participate in it. I didn't because I mean your actions speak louder than your words, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if I can continue to be a good example, I think that's more meaningful than a post.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we all like to just admit I love yarn. That's the bottom line.
That's right. You
Well,
got
I
that.
gotta ask this question. Besides what you have to dye, that's in your shop, what's the size of your stash?
Ooh.
A lady never talks about that.
Oh, that is true.
Oh,
The size of her stash.
you know, it's manageable only because I have my own yarn that I have to keep in stock to sell, and I don't have a ton of space, so I try to cut down my personal stash, but I do have a healthy size stash.
Have you reached the, whether we call it stable, stash,
Accumulated.
acquired or accumulated
Yeah.
beyond life expectancy? They call it stable.
I'm good. I could live off of this yarn for a while.
I have a fair amount. I mean, I have the store, of course, but at home, it's not as bad as one would think. But I could go a decade without buying any more.
My problem are a fiber fest. I tend to overdo it.
Oh,
Do you go to SAF?
No, I haven't been. I wanted to go this
What?
year. I know. It's a hard one to get into also.
No, I mean just to go. Have you been just to go?
No, I wanted to go this year, but that's canceled.
Yeah.
Is it canceled this year? I thought it was
Oh,
still on.
I don't know. I'm just saying I'm not going to be able to go, but I don't know.
Why is it? You mean you have to jury yourself in?
No, it's super expensive. I do know that.
Oh, is it?
Super duper.
It's even super expensive to go shopping there.
Kidding.
Yeah, no kidding.
But I
need
do want to go
That's
though.
funny now. Yeah, but you should go and take your mother with you. What a fun thing to do. And if you do go, let me know. I'd like to have a cup of coffee with you. Put a
Sounds
face-
good.
Give you a social distancing elbow.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing about wearing a mask is it's hard to drink coffee through it, you know?
It's also hard to smile. I mean, you could be smiling at people and they don't know it.
You have to smile with your eyes. No, Sam's great. I never went to it before I opened a yarn store. I had no idea it even existed.
It's a big one.
The Disneyland for fiber nerds. It makes me want to go to, what's that one in New York?
Rhinebeck?
That's the one.
Yeah.
I very terribly badly want to go to that one.
Me
And then
too.
I think I have them all checked off my list. But SAF, it's, yeah. I do recommend that what I do is I go on the last day on Sunday and then just go, all the crowds sort of dissipated. Miss Babs is still going to have plenty of yarn for you to buy. But it's amazing on the first day. It probably won't be this year since it's a 2020 and ants come out of your computer.
What'd you use, ant spray? And it shut down Zoom? What?
But how in the world?
I'm on Lauren's computer. People line up at the door when they open, and it's like a stampede. Like they've never seen yarn in their life, and they're never going to see it again. Don't do that. But it's really cool. They have, they usually shear a sheep while you're there. They'll have contests. There's a whole room where people enter their felted things or knitted things, whatever, and you can see that. They have bags. They have, gosh,
Buttons.
buttons, anything you could ever want.
Rabbits.
Rabbits, yes. I saw once there somebody spitting yarn off a rabbit
Yeah.
while the rabbit
Wow.
sat. I was thinking, the rabbit's just sitting there and you're spinning yarn off the rabbit.
Can you imagine having a rabbit like that in your house? Ugh.
Have you gotten to spinning at all?
I have a drop spindle and I have fiber. I worked on it for a little bit, but I didn't get very far. I like to collect fiber.
I do have a spinning wheel, but I really like to needle felt when I have time. That's so much fun. Or to wet felt. Just... Have you ever needle felted?
I haven't.
Have you ever super stressed out? Needle felt.
Punch something.
That's a lot of aggression out, right?
And over and over again.
Kevin safer.
Look, I'll show you. We even have little kits. Look at that.
Voodoo doll.
Thank you. Do you guys have any more questions?
No, I just wanted to put in a plug for Cristi. You know, we're close to the Smoky Mountains, so that makes a great vacation. And you could come and see Cristi's shop because she's got a really good shop.
Oh, I'll pay her later. I'll pay her later. But if you're ever in East Tennessee, have you been to Dollywood? We're close to there, 40 minutes away or so. Little town on the other side of Knoxville, in between Knoxville and Gatlinburg. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to have you anytime. If the world is back to normal, I normally have trunk shows where you could actually drive here and have your stuff out and talk to people. We've done that. We used to do that. Gosh, seems like every 2 or 3 months we would have somebody in normal times. But I thank you for reading my email and not thinking that I must be some wacko.
She is a wacko, but we love her.
And that you had faith that this was a good thing to do, to talk to a stranger on Zoom about yarn.
It's fun.
Well, it's great to meet you.
Nice
Yeah.
to meet you.
Enjoyed it.
Hey, Mom, how did we do?
Y'all did good. I'm proud of it.
Well,
Yes,
good. Should be proud of her.
Yeah.
I really want that leopard print mask, and I'll have to order
I
that.
know. You have to have it.
And what's your website again? What's your website again?
Oh, Cindy, do you have any questions?
Yeah, what's her website again?
It's we can't see Cindy's face.
I'm sorry, I don't know. I can't get my picture on there. What is
Okay.
it? I don't know what I did.
You have to touch start video.
Oh, ask to start video.
Oh, now. Hey, look.
Hello.
Last minute Larry here. All right.
I know it's backwards for you.
Queen what? Well,
Queen's Yarn Boutique.
okay, Queen's Yarn Boutique. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming, Rochelle. You're
Thank you.
delightful. And I do hope you'll come and visit us.
I would love that.
Did you have any?
Where are you from? Where do you live?
I'm originally from Virginia, but I live in North Carolina.
Whereabouts in North Carolina?
Well, it's a small town called Elm City. I'm about 45 minutes from Raleigh.
Oh, okay. All right. So you're on the eastern side.
You guys, she typed in the website on the group chat. If you find the chat button, it's right. I didn't even think about doing that. Duh.
All right. That's okay.
By the ants out of my computer.
That's all right.
Do you have any questions, Cindy? Nothing? No?
No, that's okay.
What about you, Sue?
No questions. I enjoyed it. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you. Really, truly. Thank you.
And
Thank you.
Cristi, we'll have to send you some raid.
Anyway, we hope that and pray that things get back to some manner where I can have a trunk show here. It's even hard to have a mail-in trunk show because people don't want to come in. But when that day comes,
we'll be there.
Good luck to you. God bless. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you.